Yes, we are live.
Hi, hi everyone.
Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday.
Yep,
1 second. Yeah, I'm trying to go live on
Instagram,
Instagram.
right? Yeah.
Yes, we're live. Hello, everyone. So, today I'm going to start with a question. And the question is, if you start a business today and had everything figured out, like completely, and I'm going to rephrase that question. So the question is, if you start a business today and you had to figure out everything like completely on your own. When I mean everything, I mean marketing, strategy, systems, content, everything. How long do you think it is going to take you to figure it out, especially in today's world that there is too much information out there? Okay, because today's life, this is what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about something we think is just as important as the business itself. And that thing is the support system behind our business. So before we start, let me just greet everyone that have joined us today because I have manners. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from. And I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. Okay, guys, just a brief introduction about myself for people who are just joining us for the first time, or if you come across this live replay. My name is Coach Angel. I am a mom of three boys, and I do this digital business on the side, along with my 9 to 5. I am an IT project manager and have here with me on this live Folake, who happens to be my business partner. And I'm going to pass it on to Folake to introduce herself before we get into the business of today.
Hi everyone. Like Angel said, I'm Falake. Nice to see you guys every week. We try to do this every week. So I'm a mom of two boys based out of Canada. I'm actually in this business with my husband, Dotun. IT professional, 9 to 5, running this business alongside my 9 to 5. So it's been pretty interesting. And this topic today is something that I actually hold dear to my heart because personal experience, it's pretty interesting. Just stay tuned till the end.
Thank you, Folake. That's awesome. So let's get started, guys. So we wanted to start with something we think a lot of people wonder about before they start a digital business, because a digital business is a new territory that people are going to today, especially in our community, right? So, like for me, when I was looking for a business in the online space, I always ask a question. Once I start my business, am I just going to be dumped into one training site and try to figure out everything by myself? So that's one common question that a lot of people have asked. And today we're going to be talking about the different support system that we have behind our business. Okay, so Folake, what has been your experience with coaching and mentorship program that is available for free in our community?
So for me, that's like one of the biggest points for me. And that's also because of like I just said that in terms of like my experience before I actually even got into Canada, I've always been a 9 to 5 person, but I decided to myself and also decided to venture a bit into event planning. So I mean, and it was kind of like kids event planning. So I started it up with Dotun, but I didn't really get the kind of support like that I actually wanted because I was a newbie in the business. So I really didn't have anyone to kind of like look up to guide me. And then that was one of the concerns we had when we are going to start this business. First things first, when you hear online business, you're just scared that, oh, more, what am I going into? I hope I'm not going to be scammed. Number one. Number two, even if I start, what do I need to do? Where do I start from, right? And then starting this, it was a totally different ball game because first things first, when you talk about the coaching, you have someone to hold your hand to actually guide you. It's the concept of mentorship to guide you through every single thing you're going to do. Because when you think about starting a new business, sometimes it can get overwhelming because you don't even know where to start from. You don't even know what to do, right? So, but the fact that you're in this business and then you have someone that will show you the ropes, walk you through it, right? And that was it for us. The fact that, I mean, money aside, that you also want a business, that, but think about it, if you're not fully established in your business, if you don't even know the right things to say, how to go about it. So for me, coaching and mentorship was the biggest piece for me, because sometimes when I'm stuck, I don't know what to do. The fact that there's someone somewhere, even outside of like your coaches and your mentors, you have a huge business community. Sometimes when I'm stuck, a couple of times I've been stuck and I would reach out to an Angel and Martina are there to kind of like guide through. So the fact that outside of even the coaching and mentorship, you have that business community to guide you. So for me, it's been a big piece in this business.
Yeah, that's good, and it's like you kind of related exactly what I was thinking, and so I could really relate to what you just said, because I have had my own share of businesses that did not work in the past before I came across this business, right? So for me, naturally, when I start a new thing, I always refer to myself as an old cat. Right, I love to be where I am. Like, I don't like change at all. Anything change like this, it overwhelms me, right?
Yeah.
So I naturally get overwhelmed with anything new, as I said. So for me, having a coach that I can turn to anytime, especially when I feel stuck, has been like a huge relief for me, and has been like a motivational piece to just keep going even the days that I feel overwhelmed, right? So that is something that I really like. So the next thing is our millionaire mastermind.
Yeah.
How have that helped you in your business?
I really value those sessions because it actually keeps me connected to the business, right? Aside from the fact that you get to hear new updates in terms of automations going on in the business that would actually help our business in terms of all the updates, right? The biggest piece of it is the fact that you connected to other business owners, you see their success stories. You also sometimes you hear their struggles and then you realize that you're not alone in this business, right? You see their path, their good path, and sometimes when I'm like watching them, like, they don't carry fire for head, they don't get two heads, that kind of thing. But my point is that you see them, you understand what they're going through, you understand the strategies that they've actually put into their business. You hear new things about the business, you hear how your business can actually grow. So outside of coaching mentorship, you have this mastermind weekly session where good things are being said about the business. You can actually see yourself in the people. So you see challenges, you see growth, you see success. So for me, I don't miss it. Wednesday like this, I have a permanent reminder on my phone. Once it's time, like whatever I'm doing, wherever I am, is either I'm watching it on my phone, I have my laptop in front of me, I connect to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I that's really true. For me, like my favorite part of the masterminds are like the testimonials, right?
Mm.
Because like our community, I always say that it has a lot of grass to grace story.
Yeah.
So those stories, they kind of make me every day believe that I made the right decision. Because when you look at those stories, I've been in this business for over a year now, and I have not seen one person, one person like come back to the mastermind to share their story twice. It has always been new
Yeah.
people coming in. So that just kind of tell me that I am in the right community, because there's a community you go into is either maybe only the founders are making money, they are the only one that are showing up, but having people from different walks of place, from doctors to nurses to people who are just housewives to house husband to people who are not even able to articulate themselves properly, people who are illiterate, as I would put it, and people who can't even speak English, like English is not their first language and they can speak, even to people who do not want to show their face in the
Yeah.
online. Just like last week, Mastermind, the lady built her business from scratch and she has never shown her face. Even on the Mastermind, she didn't even show.
Was her husband that was talking, right?
Yes, she didn't even show her face, right? Because of her belief, right?
Yeah.
So having to see like lots of people, and all of those people, every time, for me personally, I have my Christian meetings on Wednesdays nights. So I always watch the replay, right? Because there's always a replay that you can watch if you don't make it. So I always make sure that I watch the replay. And honestly, the mastermind is like fuel to my car. That's just what I say about it. So for like, let's move on to the third question, which is the team support. If someone is stuck or needs another perspective, what does that look like? Like, what has been your experience?
So the support in my team is very huge. First things first is I will say that I have an amazing coach, right? So she
Mm.
even has the sessions where we have on a monthly basis where we support each other. Like we have skills trainings for people that are just probably starting out. They don't have enough tech understanding. They don't have, if you have questions on the about the business and all of that. So you have different team members that are volunteering and willing to come up to actually support you, ask questions, and there to help out, even people that are just starting a business. So like the team support is amazing. You learn new things about how to use new tools, how to even use AI, how to use Canva and all of the likes, right? How to we have different sessions, even how to run, apart from the fact that you have trainings on the site about how to run meta ads and all of that. And those are skills that you actually pay people money to do, right? But we have all of that in within our team where you have someone that is willing to even work the other team members on how to do that, answer questions. So the team support has been amazing. When you're stuck, you have someone. And the good thing is that because there are different people in different locations, we have people in the US and UK. So whichever time zone, we always have someone within that niche team that will be willing to support. So the team support has been fantastic. It's been
Yeah.
fantastic.
For me, like, I always have this popular saying in my mind, like, when we go together, we win together.
Yeah.
And one of the beautiful things that I really, really love about my team is the diversity. So there are people from different walks of places, and they have different skills, right?
Mhm.
So everybody bringing these skills together, it's helping each and every one of us succeed, right? And I've even had experience, like, in my personal life, when I was going through like a challenging situation. I called my coach, right? I called my coach, and from her experience, she spoke immediately. She was done talking to me, like, I felt calm. So these are like the support that we get in the community. It's beyond just business. Like, I
Yeah.
always refer to it like a ministry. The support is so amazing. Like, the other time I was watching one of our mastermind, or one recording, that replay that I was watching, and I saw a lady. She just kept using agile terms. She was saying, oh, retrospective, and
Mhm.
all of those agile terms, and I'm like, this is my people, or this
Yeah.
is my person. So I went on our chat and I reached out to her. And today we're like meeting from time to time to just kind of put her together, because we have the same job, right? And
Mhm.
now we're in the same business. So it just kind of connects us together. And she lives
Yeah.
in the US. She has told me, anytime you're coming to the US, come stay at my place, right? So that is just what the community and support does. And
Mhm.
there are some things that she's very good at in terms of our business. She has hop on a Zoom call with me and kind of walk me through it. She even recorded it so that I can have it as a replay. And there are some things that I am good at. I'm also sharing the same knowledge with her, right?
Yeah.
So moving on to the next question. This one is about community.
Yeah.
So for like, I think this one is a big one for someone like me that have built a business by myself several times, right? So what would you say is the difference about building alongside people who are on the same journey, the same path, the same mindset with you, and building by yourself?
So I would say that having a business sometimes can actually be very lonely, especially when you're running that business with people that don't really, or you have a business with people that don't really get it, they don't really understand what you're doing. And that's what stands out for me with this business is that we're actually surrounded by people who get it, people who celebrate our wins, you understand? And that's one big thing. Even when we post about the wins, what we've done, or on our private Facebook page, you see people that you don't even know actually celebrating your wins with you, and they're like, oh, I don't know this person, congratulating you and all of that. So for me, that is actually very big. The fact that you have people from all walks of life, but everyone is actually going to a particular goal where you're saying that we all want each other to win. We celebrate our wins. We understand that we are there to support each other. I mean, how did I meet Angel? How did I meet Martina? I mean, it was from our business community now, and we do this every week, right? Without this business, I don't think we'd have met. And even if we did meet outside, we'd probably just walk past each other without even saying hi, right? Because, but this is what this business has actually done. The business community has brought people together. People like, I remember when I was in the UK a couple of months ago, I met one of our business partners actually. We even did a live together, and that's it. Without that, we probably would not have said hello or even met each other. So this business community is huge, it is big, and we are all cheering each other on. So for me, that is a big piece of it.
Absolutely, I agree with you. For me, it's knowing that I am not the only one going through the highs and the lows,
Yeah,
right? So everybody's journey differs, and that applies to our business. So sometimes someone gets the excitement when something works, right? But there are times that you set goals,
yeah,
right? But at the end of the day, you don't achieve those goals, right? But there is someone who have walked that path, right? And they also understand that when something doesn't go as planned, you're definitely not going to be motivated, right? So having someone just say, girl, keep going, this has happened before. I have experienced something like this before. This is nothing. See, this is just a turn on the road. Just with the turn and just keep going, and you will get to your destination. That have been one of the things that I have really really love in this community, because if you remember in our master millionaire mastermind, when they come on there, they are not just going to say only the good part, right? They tell you the journey. It's a journey, right? They're just going, they tell you the journey of how they got to 6 figures a month, journey of how they get to where they are today, right? So that kind of always helped me think outside the box and always focus on the future. So whatever is happening, why I am going to where my goals to achieve my goals, I just look at them as just background noise and
yeah,
keep my focus, because someone else or thousands of people in my community has done it before and they don't have 7 heads, right?
yeah. Follow
So
the road.
exactly. So that brought me to the next question, one of my favorite things, which is the training, right?
Hmm.
So let's talk about training, because I know one of the biggest concern people always have is, but I don't know anything about online business. How does the training help someone who is starting from scratch, from your experience?
I'm even going to just talk about my own experience because, like, prior to me starting this, I started another personal shopping for babies, like baby business on the side. I dare say that every single thing I've learned on this business, I'm applying it to my other business because the trainings, it will teach you how to do advertising, how to do marketing, social media, all the systems we use, how to even leverage AI. Every single thing I've learned on this business through the trainings and all the resources that they've provided to us, I'm also applying it in my other business. Sometimes I'm scrolling on social media and I see some people putting up like ads saying that, oh, if you want to learn how to do ads on Meta, Facebook, come to me, I would pay some money, I'll do it for you, or even YouTube. All of those things are things that we get for free on our business. How to run YouTube ads, how to run Facebook ads, how to do all of those things, like how to use AI, how to do Canva, how to come up with content for your social media handles, right? All of those things are things that we learn in our business for free. And they are step by step. Even sometimes when I used to talk to people and they'll be like, you know what, I'm so scared if I start this business, I have no tech experience, I have no marketing experience. And I'll tell them, I didn't have any marketing experience. and I'm doing this right now. So you would be guided through what to do, trainings and resources. And so far, so good. No regrets, no doubts, nothing. So, yeah.
Yeah, so absolutely, for like that's spot on. And honestly, this is one of the things that I really, really appreciated in our community. Like when I first started, I'm like, as I always say, share before, like I saw this business in 2022 and I said to myself, who am I to do online business? What do I even know? That I'm here still building this product based business. Like I'm like, I don't even like my voice. I just label a lot of things, right? And that boils down to me feeling before that I am not able to do this. Why? Because I don't know anything about digital business, right? But when I decided to start this business 2 years after, I was shocked how detailed our training site is. Like, my 6 years old can actually run this business because sometimes when I'm watching the video, I'm like, this is so slow.
Yeah.
The way, like how detailed, how the videos, the step by step on how to build your business is so detailed and explained, right? It so explained that a 6 years old can actually build their business. And one of the things that I really, really love about this training is the fact that it has taught me so much skills, right? Like this one, now being on this life, is one of the things that not in 1,000 years will I have thought that I will show up
Same
here,
here.
because naturally I am a shy person and naturally I get really nervous. Like before now, if I turn on my camera and I start talking, I just freeze. Like everything that I want to talk about disappear from my head, right? But here I am today, live here chatting, right? So that's one of the skills that I've learned that I'm very grateful for, because in this digital era, being able to carry your phone and go live and say whatever you want to say is a big flex for me, because that's a skill that I've learned that I can put in other places and use in other places of my life. And I can even start hosting events one day as an MC or a host, and I will get paid for it, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's one of the skills that I learned. So moving on to accountability. And this is going to be our final question for today. So sometimes we know exactly what we're supposed to do as adults. I was listening to, what was this popular motivational speaker's name? The guy is dead now. I'm trying to remember his name.
Nigerian or
No, he's
foreigner?
not Nigerian. He's Canadian, actually. I'm
Oh,
trying to remember his name. I can't remember his name, but what he said is that we as adults, we know what to do. That he remembered when he was working somewhere, he did something he was not supposed to do. His boss asked him, you are not supposed to do this. And he said, I know. So why did you do it? He said, I don't know. He said, I don't know why I do it, right? So the same thing with the same thing with the goals that we set. We know that we're supposed to do it. But
mhm.
sometimes there's just this thing that just make us not to do it. So having an accountability partner, it plays such an important role. So for like, how has, because accountability partner is one of our major, thing that we do in our community. How has that played a beautiful role in your business journey?
It does actually, because sometimes when you're like, you know what, I'm just like, oh, not today, I don't want to do anything. And I just see like, oh, someone is doing this, I need to show up, right? The fact that sometimes you just need that little push, because you also don't want to disappoint your accountability partner. Ah, we are putting in this effort together, you know. So sometimes, I mean, it's normal. We are human. Sometimes you can feel a bit tired. You just don't want to do what you just want to just relax. I mean, that's fine. Sometimes you want to relax, but sometimes you're like, you know what, I'm tired and I need to, but you just need that extra push. And that's what this business has actually helped to achieve, the fact that you know that You have that accountability. You know that there's certain things you need to do. And we, in our business, we have a lot of accountability partners. People can just say, you know what, let's be my you want to be my accountability partner. Let's support each other so that we can grow together. So that has been a huge piece in this business for me, because you know that going back to the fact that you're not alone, you're doing this with that support, and you're accountable to your business. You always want to show up for your business, because whether you like it or not, if you don't show up for your business, no one else can do that for you. You have to show up for your business. It's just like you going for your 9 to 5. You get to your desk, you open your laptop, you're not doing anything. At the end of the day, you go back home. You know. So
Yeah, that's a really good one. Thanks for sharing, Falake.
mm,
For me, accountability is huge because life gets busy.
yeah.
So between work, family, my spirituality, as in everything else, right? It's easy to just say, I will do it tomorrow. I've done it before in the past before I found this community, right? And that tomorrow never comes.
Mm,
So sometimes having people around or someone around who reminds you of your goals is exactly what we all need, right? Like today, now I'm going to use this life for example. I went in the office today, came back, made dinner. I am tired, right? But because I know I have a scheduled life with Folake, I'm going to show up regardless, right? I'm going to show, and here I am today. If Folake was not my accountability partner for this life today, I will not be here. So that is why accountability partner is really, really important.
yeah.
So this is where we're going to come to an end. I'm going to let Folake to just close this live for us, and we will see you guys next week.
Yeah, so if anything we've said has resonated with you, um, feel free to reach out to myself, Angel, or even Martina to ask more questions in terms of how can this business support my goals? How can it take me to where I want to? And knowing fully well from all what we've said today that you're not doing this alone. If that has been your fear, the fact that if I start something new, how do I get that support? Who's going to be able to walk me through? Who's going to guide me and hold my hands? One thing to be certain of is that you're never going to be alone. There'll be someone somewhere that will be there to guide you, to walk the path with you. You're comfortable. Even though we've been in this business for over a year right now, we still have people that support us, that guides us through it. So you're never alone, right? There's nothing like I know everything finished. It doesn't work that way. So like I said earlier on, feel free to drop a message to any one of us to take the next step. If you even just want to also peek into what this business is about, to say, you know what, let me see what these people are even talking about. You know the steps to take. You can click on any of our website also, register there, watch like we have the 90 minutes webinar. Take the next step if you want to pay the 149 to understand what this business is about. Like we always say, you need to do your due diligence to understand what exactly this business is, and we've given those resources to be able to do that. So until we see you next week, enjoy the rest of your week/weekend, and bye from all of us.
Bye.